You're good.
Okay. So thank you everyone for coming tonight. We're glad you're here. We know that health and wellness is kind of on the rise again, especially with COVID going around now. Um, and many products are being advertised as safe and all natural. But when you start looking at the chemicals on the back of them, a lot of them that they call it greenwashing if they kind of advertise making it look like they're safe and clean. But then you start looking at the products on the back and doing research on them, and they are really not generally. They can be pretty clever and pretty, but if you know what to look for, a lot of times you'll see that it's not what it claims to be. So we're sharing how to clean your home naturally. We've also got a couple other Thieves products that we want to talk about tonight because they kind of come in that Thieves kit that we think is if you're wanting to kind of switch and ditch is what we call it, like start getting kind of some of the chemicals that you have in your house out and replace them with stuff that we trust, then this is a good way to do it. It's very cost effective, and they've actually knocked the price of that kit down in the last year, like $40, and it's like amazing to get it at that price. So it's really the way to go. But the entire Thieves line is really amazing. We've tried all the Thieves stuff and just love it. Um, but if you're just getting started, that kit's the way to go. And this class might help you kind of know why, um, what something might be considered safe and why it's considered safe. Um, so we're just going to talk a little bit about Thieves to get started. Now, Thieves, are you familiar with the Thieves story, Jen?
Yes, I watched the last thing.
Okay, so you have heard.
Okay.
I'm just going to review it for the recording, but so the bottle of Thieves that you get in the kit is this guy here, and it is a blend of rosemary, lemon, eucalyptus, clove, and cinnamon. And the reason why I've always wondered, Thieves, that's an odd name for a blend of oil. But the story goes that in the bubonic plague era, there was this group of four spice traders, and they kind of knew which herbs had the special healing properties and what they did. So they kind of made this blend of 5 different herbs or a poultice or some kind of combination that they were able to apply on themselves that they knew had immune boosting qualities. And they would go and loot and steal from the people who were dying or dead these bodies and be able to do this without getting the plague. And so eventually, as they should have been, they were caught and they were apprehended. And the deal was that they would lessen the sentence if these thieves told the secret to their immune boosting little concoction that they made up. So that's where this story comes from. And this blend is carefully chosen. How much of that is based exactly on the story, I don't know, but I know that these 5 oils that are in here are specifically chosen with the immune boosting qualities that they have. So all of the products in the Thieves line are center around this. They might have additional things in them as far as oils go. I know like we've got a product called the Thieves Fruit and Veggie Wash that we're cleaning vegetable, produce off of. Amazing stuff. That's like one of my big aha things. Like, whoa, this stuff really works well because you can put a thing of broccoli in this stuff and you pull it out a minute later and all that wax has come off and you see all the dirt in the bottom. And I'm like, oh my goodness, I was just rinsing this before and look what's all on that stuff that I'm just letting my kids and myself eat. So it has Thieves in it, but it also has a couple of other blends that Young Living uses. So it's not just Thieves, but it has the basis of this Thieves. So I'm going to be skipping around here apparently. They've taken this incredible cleansing blend and created this entire line of household and personal care products. They're all been backed by Young Living seed to seal quality commitment and as well. And that's why I trust this company over all the other ones. For one thing is because you know that you're getting a quality product with the highest quality essential oils and other naturally derived ingredients. So some of the strict guidelines that they abide by to fulfill the promise in sending only the best products are plant material that is grown on corporately owned farms and carefully vetted partner farms, and they'll let you come visit that. They actually have different times during the year where they have peak harvesting season in some of these farms, that they'll get people, a team together, and they'll let them come and they'll let them go through this process to see how picky they are about the way it works. They have only sustainable farming and sourcing practices, providing the purest oil. They have taken great care to preserve and protect natural resources. They have hand weeded. Okay, guys, this is why you can't get, like, if you look on Revive Oils, I probably shouldn't even say that on a recording, but if you look at some oil companies that you can get something like this for $3. I mean, there's a reason you can get it for $3. It's because they don't hand weed. They don't do use their own essential oils on this to spray it for bugs. Like, they use essential oils for bug prevention instead of spraying it with the chemicals. They do state-of-the-art design and distillation methods. They use the use of food-grade distillers, oils that retain all their natural constituents and therapeutic properties, low pressure and low temperature distillation without the use of solvents or synthetic chemicals. They don't use, a lot of places will use synthetic solvents and chemicals in order to process the oil. So you have parts of that left in there. Rigorous testing on each batch by internal labs and third-party facilities, and oils that are carefully reviewed through every step of production in order to meet or exceed industry safety and purity standards. And I know there was several examples this last year of times when, everyone struggled with shipping this year because of COVID. And there were times when Young Living could have kind of fudged that and gotten something. Ooh, we have someone here. Could have fudged it and kind of gotten their product moved through without meeting all those quality controls, and avoided all that, people get frustrated when they can't get one of their products, right? It's out of stock. They're frustrated with that. The shipping's taking longer than normal. But Young Living said, I'm sorry, this is the situation with this product. I know you haven't been able to have it for a while, but we ran into problems with the raw material not meeting our set of standards. And so we will not use it in our product. We will go back and we will get new raw material that meets our standards before we can make this product. And that really makes a huge difference to me, because I know that from every step of the way, they are absolutely doing everything they can to make it a quality product. And if these oils do not meet, or products in general do not meet these high standards, they are rejected, will not be bottled as a Young Living product. They might use them back in the field for, like, if a digize didn't, meet, that's our tummy oil, didn't meet quality control things, and they can use that for cleansing the soil of impurities and chemicals, but they're not going to send it to you in the mail because it didn't pass quality control. So the cool thing about Thieves is it can be used topically, aromatically, and internally. And this is an amazing oil to use internally. The product line, the Thieves product line, it contains several ingestible items: the Vitality Oil, cough drops, which we've been using a few of those. This bag's almost empty. These things are amazing. Now, they make lozenges and cough drops. Lozenges taste a lot just like Thieves, and they are basically like when you take a vitamin C drop or something. It's just to boost your immune system. This doesn't have vitamin C in it, but it has the lemon, peppermint, clove, cinnamon, eucalyptus, and rosemary. So it's got the 5 items from the Thieves and peppermint to make it a little more pepperminty. And these are an amazing immune booster. We just take one of these lozenges once a day when we're starting to feel like we might be getting sick. It really helps soothe the throat if you've got a little scratchy throat. They taste awesome. And then the cough drops are basically the same thing, except for they stick natural menthol in there. And you can just feel that. I mean, these things are so awesome on the throat with that little bit of a cough. Very soothing. So the cough, they're a very similar item, except for that cough drop is a little bit more for that cough reflex there, and that menthol helps with that. Lozenges, and they do have Thieves mints as well, which are very tasty. David keeps those in his car. That's my husband. So the Vitality oils are labeled for, okay, a lot of people ask me questions about this. A lot of the Vitality oils, I didn't bring one in with me, My kiddos are not in bed yet, so we're just doing this in the bedroom. But this is the regular label, the colored label. And if you get a Vitality oil, it's just all white, and then it has the color in the center where the name of the oil is. So what the FDA wants us to do is to have a way of looking at the bottle and knowing if it's safe to take internally, which is the Vitality label, or for aromatic and topical use, which is the colored label. It is the same oil in both bottles. So again, it's the same oil. It's just the FDA regulation trying to find a way to make it easier for people to look at it and know if it's internal use or otherwise. If you look on the Young Living website and you see that Thieves comes in both a regular bottle and a Vitality bottle, you know the Thieves oil is safe for internal use. Does that make sense? Okay.
Yeah.
So Thieves Vitality. It provides awesome immune support. When I'm getting a little scratchy throat, or just if I want to have a good immune boost for the day, I will make myself a cup of tea. And you can actually just do hot water and add the oils. I like to do a little bit of my like lemon tea or chamomile tea bag, and then add a drop of the Thieves and a drop of the lemon, and it makes a delicious like spicy kind of a tea. If you like a rooibos tea or something that you can really taste like the cinnamon and clove in, you will love just putting Thieves in your tea. It tastes awesome. You can do it in a drop. You can do it in a spoonful of honey stirred in there for a little sweetness. That's awesome too, but it's got a great flavor. It is cleansing to the digestive system. It contains antioxidant properties like lemon. It provides the general wellness support. So a lot of times if I'm really good about dosing up on my Thieves when I start to feel like I'm getting sick, I don't get sick. So I feel a lot better. And that has been a big thing that we have changed in our lives the last couple of years. It has made a huge difference. Again, because it's a Vitality oil, it can be added to foods or drinks. You can take it in a veggie capsule, or you can put it directly under the tongue. I do not recommend that unless you are a hard seasoned oiler, because this is not for the faint of heart for under the tongue. That's just speaking from experience. A lot of people add it to oatmeal, parfaits, coffees, desserts, honey, or Ningxia Red. I love it in Ningxia Red. I can't do it in coffee. I am a straight coffee girl, but a lot of people like it in coffee. I'll do a drop in honey and do it in my mouth. I like that a lot. I just made pumpkin seeds that were soaked in Thieves and water, and then we dried them out and baked them, and they were absolutely delicious. We had a little bit of like real maple syrup and extra cinnamon, I think, that we added to it when we baked it, but it had that nice cinnamon clove flavor throughout yet. Really super good. You can do tons of things with it. So the Thieves household cleaner, I'm going to move on. You get 2 of these bottles in the kit. So you'd get a 15 milliliter bottle like this of Thieves oil in the kit. You get 2 of these. These are 14.4 ounces. You get 2 bottles. And I just do, this bottle's almost empty. I've got another one in the kitchen, but you pour a capful like this. You get a 16-ounce spray bottle and you put the 1 capful in here. Look at that beautiful label. And then you fill it with water. And here, this cleans my whole house. I mean, if I want to get a little bit like deep and dirty with like a tile water buildup, or like in my ceramic sink, it kind of just gets to be a little bit of a stain in there. And so I'll sprinkle baking soda and spray down the Thieves cleaner and do a little couple drops of lemon, and then I'll wipe it down, and that just makes it look all pretty white again and smells fresh and clean. It is clean. But generally, like just around the house, like countertops, bathrooms, basic cleaning, I just do this everywhere. You know, you can dilute it a little bit more, and I've got like a whole sheet that I would send to someone if they wanted to get Thieves so that they would know how to use it. But if you want to dilute it a little more, I use it on my windows and just add like a splash of vinegar. If you want to do something like super, super greasy, like that vent thing that is underneath your oven top, or a microwave vent or something, then you can basically just soak it either like straight in Thieves or just not as diluted, and it's great for degreasing. Like it takes the grease off. My husband works at a welding shop, and if you've ever known any welders, there's like grease everywhere. Like they get grease on their hands, and everything they touch gets grease. And I literally wiped down the white sliding door that's in there that the welders would walk in and out of and touch, and it was just covered in the welding grease. And I just sprayed it with the Thieves cleaner, and all but the very most stubborn spots came off with just this. And then I just used it straight on those couple other spots that were a little bit more stubborn, and it cleaned the whole thing, and it looked brand new by the time I was done. So it's super great with grease. You can spot treat with it. I just stick it like in a roller bottle and use it for spot treatment on my laundry. You can use it for, I mean, it's got like 101 uses, or I mean, you can seriously look it up on Pinterest, and there's so many uses with baking soda. And I do one with dish soap and vinegar and Thieves and water, and that's what I use to spray down in my showers, and it just takes that grime off. Like it's just amazing. So it's awesome. You only need this like one bottle, and you can get, they say that the piece of paper I have in front of me says 28 bottles worth, but I think that I saw on a Young Living website it's more like 55, and I think I figured the math on it, and it's close to like 55. I don't know where they got the 28 from, but I like figured, because it's a little more than a teaspoon, I think, if you get a capful. And I figured out how many teaspoons were in here. So it's definitely, that's like 30 cents a spray bottle for that.
Yeah.
When it comes down to it. So, and there's tons of uses for it. It's also safe to use around your pets, kids. Obviously, I'd love to have my kids help me clean because it's less work for me, and I don't care if they get this in their eye. It doesn't really hurt them. I can kind of wash it and it's fine. Don't have to call poison control if they decide to squirt it in their mouth. Like, it's completely safe. The fumes are awesome. It's like it doesn't have fumes. It has a nice scent. And you can feel like when I clean my floors, I'll put a couple of capfuls in my bucket of water and wash down my linoleum. And it just has that clean feeling when you mop it, and it just doesn't take much. It's amazing. So I don't look at my script and then I wonder where I'm at. You can use, like, they say you can actually use plastic with it. I would recommend glass, just because there are the lemon in it, can be kind of abrasive to the plastic, and it'll eat away at plastic over time. I think if you're doing it for a short amount of time, the plastic would be okay, but I do recommend glass for a long time. And you can get these for usually like $3 to $5 a piece on Amazon, so depending on how many you're getting at a time. Oh, the Thieves spray, I forgot to bring that in here. There's a little, let's see. I don't have it with me. There's a little spray bottle that has, it's like basically a sanitizer spray that comes in the kit. You get 2 of them. Again, it contains naturally derived plant-based ingredients. It doesn't require rinsing after you use it. There's no harsh fumes. It's easy to throw into a backpack, purse, luggage with its like small size. Cleans many different surfaces, counters, sink, toilets, door handles. It's nice for traveling when you don't trust that restaurant table got wiped down, or maybe little kids' hands in the car, or toilet seats, or you gotta stick it in your purse and have it handy. It's got a really strong Thieves smell to it, so it doesn't smell like it's like way what's the word I'm looking for? It's not watered down. Like, it's a really nice strong Thieves smell, and it does have some alcohol in it, so the denatured alcohol. So it does, it says on there that it kills 99.9% of germs. So that's a good thing. You also get 2 Thieves hand sanitizers. Again, I can go get these and show you. I just forgot to grab them when I came in. It's the best smelling hand sanitizer I have ever smelled. Like, it usually, you put sanitizer on and you're like, oh, I don't like the smell of this. I love this stuff. It's got the peppermint in it, so it kind of smells like cinnamon and peppermint together. And even I've gotten some hand sanitizers that smelled more like cinnamon and some that smelled more like peppermint. So there's maybe just a slightly different ratio in there depending on what you get, but it doesn't dry out your hands as badly. It does still have a little alcohol in it. It does have it still says it kills 99.9% of germs, so it has alcohol in it, but it does not dry out your hands like the regular hand sanitizers do. And you get 2 of those in that kit as well. Um, and you can get a refill from Young Living that I just refill those little bottles with. So once you get the little bottles, and it's just kind of nice to be able to refill them and stick them back in your purse. It's the hand sanitizer, I said, kills 99% of germs, formulated with the powerful essential oils and plant-based ingredients, lightly moisturizes. It's got the aloe vera and the vegetable glycerin in there. It doesn't leave that chemical residue behind, so your hands actually still feel clean when you're done using it. It doesn't have any petrochemicals, mineral oil, parabens, sulfates, phthalates, synthetic fragrances, dyes, preservatives, or toxic ingredients. So that's really nice. Then you also get 2 foaming hand soaps, which I don't have any of those. I have made my own in the past. I really have tried it before and I like it. I just don't have any on me. But it has that Thieves lemon, and it also has some orange in there as well, that helps to clean the hands. Their foaming soaps are amazing. They have a really nice lather to them. Your hands feel nice and moist after you're done using them. It feels very clean. It smells nice. And it does.
And the hand sorry, the hand soaps are so strong that you can actually get 2 hand soaps out of just the one,
or
you can dilute it.
Even sometimes 3.
Or even
you can dilute it up to 3 times. Like their hand soaps, I typically dump out at least, not dump out, but I save in a different container at least half, if not 2/3, and then fill it up with water because it's that concentrated. And same thing when you get the refills, you can get the refills of the Thieves soap. They've got a luscious lemon, and they've got some Christmas scents that they have right now. And you literally, when you get the foaming, if you pretend this is a foaming hand soap, I fill it up to about here with the refill and then fill it up to the water up to the top. So it says that it's only supposed to refill like 8-ounce hand sanitizer, or four 8-ounce hand sanitizers, but I get like 3 times that out of a refill. So it goes a lot further. That's a good point. Thank you, Carrie. Now, again, the soaps are formulated without the synthetic dyes, no colorants, no parabens, no petrochemicals, no sulfates. So it's just an easy way to kind of swap out. I've got 2 of the hand soaps, 2 of the hand sanitizers, 2 Thieves sprays that are like Thieves on the go, and the cleaners, which pretty much take over all the cleaners in your household. I just dumped everything I had otherwise in my house. Then they also do this mouthwash and a toothpaste, which are awesome. Like, this has been one of my husband's favorite products. He really likes his Ningxia, but then it took us like 3 years to order this product, and I don't know why. But I'm not a big mouthwash person, so I just really didn't think it was one thing we had to ditch and switch because we didn't use it anyway. But my husband uses this twice a day if he gets the chance, because it has a Thieves taste to it, and it's also got that peppermint as well. But he says he has never had a mouthwash feel so clean in his mouth than he does with this one. And it's also got colloidal silver, which if you get the chance to Google colloidal silver, it has awesome properties that are really good for your teeth. And you can actually dilute this. Sometimes it's too strong for people, so you can put a little bit in a cup and add some water and use it, and then it goes a little bit longer too. David likes it straight, but you don't have to do it. With kids, I haven't tried this on my kids yet because they are a little sensitive to tastes that are kind of strong, but you could dilute it for your kids too if you want to try that with them. And it's not like something, they do say that you should spit and rinse it, but it's not like regular mouthwash or toothpaste that the kids have to be able to spit it out. It's not going to poison them like that. So also the toothpaste, is we switched over. I did the kids toothpaste with my kids initially, but then we ran out of kids toothpaste and I didn't have any ordered right away, so I used our toothpaste on them, and we haven't switched back to the kids toothpaste because they like ours better. So, and we haven't had any. My boys had a fair number of cavities before we switched, but since we've switched, we haven't had any, and I've been really impressed with that. So, and we brush our teeth pretty regularly, but for some reason they were still getting cavities. So I'm really excited about that. Okay, this sounds weird, but there is a hack where you can actually use the toothpaste for deodorant. So you actually take a little bit and you rub it under there and it helps with the smell. That's what they tell me. I have not tried that. I really like my Young Living deodorant. Pea-sized amount. It's not sticky, they said, and it smells amazing. So and again, this fluoride free, has no harsh ingredients. I believe that's the whitening toothpaste. I was gonna say the whitening toothpaste has like orange in it, which is supposed to help naturally whiten your teeth, so it doesn't have like the harsh chemicals that whiten it. Okay, so we talked about the mouthwash. It is a little bit intense. Okay, so we did share some of the uses of household cleaner, but there is a lot of them. We just talked for a few. Again, if anyone decides that they ever want to get into Thieves, let me know and I will send you a ton of recipes, because if it's not hard. I think people look at like DIY stuff as, well, that just is way too much time. That's too time consuming for me. And some things are, but this is not. This is like the easiest thing. I mean, it's easier than going to the store and getting a new bottle, and you do 1 capful, you fill it up with water and you're good to go. So I mean, there's that, or I mean, there's like other things you can do, like the baking soda or the bathroom spray. If you're not into that, then it still does a really good job cleaning. I still think baking soda helps with just like the really hard, grime and hard water stains and stuff. But so everything that comes in the kit, again, 2 of these, 2 of the Thieves sprays, 2 hand sanitizers, 2 of the hand soaps, and that's a 8-ounce foaming hand soap, the toothpaste, the mouthwash, and the bottle of Thieves. And you do get like 24% off of the retail pricing once you become a member. Access to a supportive community, which Carrie's just learning exactly how supportive Young Living can be. Amber is kind of the one that spearheads the South Carolina. She's a gold leader in Young Living, and she's very good about providing all those educational resources. She used to be she's a respiratory therapist who has now gone to doing Young Living full time, homeschooling her kids. But she is one that likes to know where all the research is, and she will provide all that info so that you know why these products are so good and why they work and what they're doing in your body that makes it work. So you get all that, the community. If you want to, you can participate in Essential Rewards, which is basically like the monthly subscription box. You've heard of everyone's doing a monthly subscription box. You can get clothes in a monthly subscription box. You can get groceries in a monthly subscription box. You can get your kids' clothes in a monthly subscription box. You can get anything. You can get your dog toys in a monthly subscription box. I'm not kidding you. So they also have a monthly subscription box, and basically what it is that you agree to spend 50 PV or 50, it's basically equal to $50 a month. And that's a great way to do the switching and ditching. You can switch out your deodorant, and you can switch out your shampoo and conditioner. And I'm not telling you, the shampoo and conditioner, the kids body wash, the regular body wash, all those types of like home care products you get a bottle, but they go 3 times as far, like every single one of them. It is amazing. I will buy shampoo and use it almost all year long. Conditioner, and I have short hair, so that's going to make a little difference too, but it doesn't take much, and you can dilute it a ton, and it lasts a lot longer than your big, huge bottle at Walmart that you get of Tresemme or whatever. So the kit is, so you get on this Essential Rewards program. you get points back. So the first 3 months, you get 10% of what you spend back in points. And then after the first 3 months, you get 20% back in points. And then after you've been a member of Essential Rewards for 2 years, you get 25% back. And I don't know about you, but I don't know any other company that gives you a fourth of your money back to use as products. And then, I mean, you can do supplements. Like I've switched out all my kids' vitamins and stuff, and I do Young Living. They have amazing supplements. They have everything. They actually have like a pasta that's from what's called acorn flour, which is supposed to be like a less gluten content. And so people who have, a lot of people are becoming gluten intolerant now or gluten sensitive, and people who are gluten, does not, it still has gluten in it, but people who have that intolerance can still usually handle it because it's so less processed. It's an ancient grain. So they've got food products, they've got bath and body products, they've got men's line, they've got a kids line, they've got supplements. They have the Ningxia Red, which is awesome. It's a whole class all in itself. I could go on for another hour just on that. They have a pet line, they have makeup, they have, I mean, they have a little bit of everything. You could get everything you wanted just basically in there. And so you can kind of just switch out the stuff that you're already getting at Target or Walmart and put it in this $50 a month subscription. You get points back, and then you can spend it on other things that you maybe wouldn't normally get, or gifts for people, or just more products, whatever you want to do. And it's just, it really has, and then you get, the more you spend on that, they'll throw in bonus products too, like oils and supplements and whatnot. It's different every month, and we try and advertise it right at the beginning of the month so you know what you'll be getting if you hit certain tier amounts. But we have seriously saved so much money over the last 3 years doing this Essential Rewards program, and it's really been a very big blessing in our life. So if you are a Young Living member already, you can actually get the Thieves Essential Rewards Kit, which is if you're on that Essential Rewards program, they have a specially priced Thieves Kit just for that, because you can't get the Thieves Kit, the regular Thieves Kit, you can't get if you're not a new member, but it's basically the same thing. So you can get it on Essential Rewards and get points back. You can get that 10 or 20 or 25% back after you get it, if you want to kind of just replenish those products again. So I think that is all I have. Does anyone have any questions? I mean, they also have laundry detergent that's Thieves based, which I love. And I get one, I think it's 32 ounce, maybe 32 ounce, which doesn't sound like much, but you can double, you only use like this tiny little capful to get a regular laundry load. And it's so concentrated, you can actually double it. And I actually even take it a step further, and I have like a 2-gallon glass thing with a spigot in my laundry room. I just made some today. Half a cup of this laundry detergent, a fourth of a cup of the Thieves cleaner, and a cup of washing soda. And if you want to add some essential oils, you can. If you don't want to, just leave it the way it is. Fill it with water, give it a good stir, and you use just like I don't know what I have for a measuring cup, if it's a half cup or a full cup, that I dump into my laundry loads. And then it lasts forever because you're only using a half a cup at a time in this 2-gallon container. And it works well. It does a good job getting my stains out. Awesome. So they have that. They have the fruit and veggie cleaner in the line too, that I don't do without anymore now that I know how my veggies look, what they look like when they're clean. What else do they have? They have dish soap and dish powder, dishwashing powder. That's all I can think of at the moment. But there is like a huge Thieves line. There's like 4 different kinds of toothpaste. I have this whitening is actually what I have here, but it's actually the Dentarome, I think, is the one that comes in the kit, which they're all very good. So any questions from anyone? Jen, do you have any questions?
No.
Okay. Got all it covered tonight. All right. Well, I appreciate you coming, and I'm glad to see us face from South Carolina. Do you know Whitney Mayhew then?
Yes, that's how I know Amber.
Okay, so Whitney's my sister-in-law.
Okay. Yeah.